Hello and welcome to another episode of Planty Face. Okay, so look, today's going to be a standard repotting of a barrel cactus. Standard repotting of a barrel cactus. I got my stones on top of the soil. I've got my potting mix with pumice, high mineral content with Osmocote, and I am going to be repotting this white-spined barrel cactus. Don't get confused, there are two types of barrel cactus, bright yellow spines and white spine. This is a white spine I think this is white spine. Regardless, it's a beautiful plant. These are slow growers, and look, they can live up to hundreds of years old. Slow growers, low maintenance. I don't have one yet, and I figured, you know what? Quintessential, most famous cacti. I need one. Give me one. So I'm going to plug this hole. So look. You know what? I don't think it matters. But anyway, I'm going to put some of this. Put some of that in there. Okay. It's a little bit less. I don't think that plugging made a difference. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna, I'll be back with my tray. There we go. Okay, so let it jam up. Okay, let it jam up. It will, oh, man, I really need to plug that hole. Ah, there you go. It's a nice big fat one. Good. Okay, it's already a big pot, but what I'm doing is I'm actually using what they call a squat pot, or a shallow, a wider and more shallow pot. Okay, that's what I'm doing because it's better to have it more shallow, dries quicker than it is taller. Okay, so anyway, let's fuck, this is really difficult to repot because literally this plant is trying to kill you. Ah, Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay, really difficult to repot. Like, it went through my glove a couple of times. If this was a junkie, I'd be getting tested, but it's not a junkie, thank goodness, so I don't have to get tested. So I'm going to try and make it as middle as possible because I want it relatively in the center to make sure that it looks as nice as possible. So what I like about a tray method like this is that you don't have to worry about the mess. You don't have to worry about wasting soil. Soil, look, it might seem cheap, but if you waste it, it adds up. And why waste a resource if you don't need to waste a resource, you know? So, there you go. Just make sure that it's... So it came with a lot of soil. The soil was obviously from the cactus farm. I'm now getting some of the finer stuff and putting it on top. Why do I do that? I'll tell you. When you put the finer stuff on top and you water it deeply for the first time, which I will, all of that grit, all of that fine stuff goes to the bottom anyway, which means that you're actually filling some of the gaps. You don't want to make it too tight because the whole point of it is you want an airy, sandy mix. Fuck, like the cactus literally stabbed me. Such a nasty piece of work, this thing. I should have worn leather gloves, but hey, it is what it is. Okay, there we go. And then what I'm going to do is first I'm going to empty this out, put it back, and then I'm going to put in my stones. Now first I'm going to start with the smaller stones. Okay, so you can see here I'm taking out the big ones. Whoop. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the big ones on top as a bit of a feature, but I'm going to put the smaller ones in the bottom first, okay? So there we go. Now, I'm actually going to do all of my plants into, I'm going to put stones on the base of them, and I'll tell you why. And I'm going to do a video on it as well. I'm going to do a long video on putting stones in the bottom of my pots. And the reason why I'm doing it is because two reasons. One, it looks nice. And two, it actually helps retain heat. So even in the winter, because this is going to be indoors, even in the winter, it'll give you extra couple of hours of surface heat because they absorb and they become heat sinks. So it might seem trivial, but it's actually not trivial. I mean, it just gives you much better heat retention than you otherwise would. There you go. So, and then we have the big ones. Okay, I'm going to put the big ones on. A little bit of a feature, like that. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. So once I've done that, this is done. Look how quick that was. And I want you to see. And I'm going to water this deeply. Okay. I'm going to water this deeply on the tray. So I'm going to water the bejesus out of this and watch it drip and see, look at that. The stones not only act as heat sinks, but when you're watering, the stones actually act as anti-erosion tool, okay? So it helps the soil just remain intact, like a shield. And I'm going to water this super deep, and I won't water it for a very long time after this. I'm going to water it super deep, and there you go. Starting to come out. There we go. Done. There you go. And there's your barrel cactus.